Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears at McLean Stadium. Boats lining the Brazos as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. Today, a couple of squads here to square off in a Big 12 showdown. As we'll see, the UCF Knights taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bears will kick it away to start us off. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Knights' offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. The Knights getting set on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the ground with the back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Leaves it with the running back. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
They're about to get through their entire opening script of plays. This is the 11th play of the drive. 3rd down coming up. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Connection to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
You know, this offense knew coming into the game they were going to get some opportunities to take shots down the field. They feel like they've got the guys in the perimeter to win one-on-one, and you saw it right there.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Knights!
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Baylor's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Catch in the middle, it's Cameron. And the Bears want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Bears will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He's looking to throw it. Lets it go. Caught over the middle. It's Velasquez. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Power football with the run. Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Just outstanding vision from the young freshman on that run. The Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCF! And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Liberty put one in the win column in convincing fashion. The Flames had zero issue moving the ball, and that defense held strong in key moments. Talk about a complete performance. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up in the pressure.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll bring it back. It's Brown. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you wanted. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Got the quick pass. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Now, left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here. points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
He's got his man, and he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Lets it fly. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Knights headed quickly to the line. He's looking for an open man on second down. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, looking to pass. He'll take another shot here. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
Booted away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They're trying to get to it. He tries to take the top off. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. He'll work his way down to the 28. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. From the gun, running back on the move. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Running back goes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Throws for the tight end. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Bears! How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread. Don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. You want to talk about aggressive or nuts? This offense is staying on the field inside their own 30. On 4th down, trying to find his man. This time it's complete. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these 1st downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy, and you can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football's a game of inches, and you just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
The give on the inside. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown, nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Using his feet to buy time. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, UCF! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with.
Oh, look out! And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. A first down for the offense. At the 35, he's loose.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. 1st and goal for the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got it. And he was so close to scoring with that one, but he's shoved out of bounds at the 2. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Buying some time. Escapes trouble. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Bears moving quickly to the line.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Looking for the score. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
It's so important in football that wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page. They're understanding where I got to get the first down. Great job understanding where that marker was. Great execution, first down.
The Bears will have it 1st and 10.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone.
And the quarterback is snowed under. 2nd down now after the sack.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Robertson. Quickly to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And the Bears are threatening on 1st and goal. They keep attacking through the air. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. With a deficit like this, unless you just want to get your field goal kicker some work, you might as well go for it and try to get a touchdown. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw for it. What a job to lay out and make the catch. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires left. Got his man downfield. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And that comfortable lead they enjoy right now is not slowing down the aggression, not one bit.
Well, I think at this point the coaching staff is just trying to continue evaluating.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, UCF! And the pummeling has started. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And he added the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Defense gets the timeout called. 20 seconds left on the clock. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Fires to the right. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all